pretty sure my head's cut off, and like I say, I'm not worried about it now. This guy, he's been good, and it does this setup anyway, not the portaband specifically, but the horizontal conversion table, along with my swag vertical conversion table. Very helpful over the years. You know, in a small shop, not a lot of space, got to make things work. Can't put 36 or 48-inch bandsaw in a, 13 by 20 shop. You could, but there's no floor space. Does not make straight cuts though. A lot of the pipe fitters where I used to work used them. They liked them. Again, doesn't make the straightest to cut. If you are working in a manner where that doesn't matter, where as long as it's reasonably square, you're good, fine, works awesome. If I'm going to keep doing tube work, there's a couple projects I'm thinking about where I'm going to need a good square flush cut or angled cuts that I don't have to spend a half hour cleaning them up. Well, it didn't take that long, but you get the idea. I think it's time to invest in a dry cut saw. I don't really want to, but I think it's going to be a good investment overall. So that will probably be the next big tool purchase I have to make. So hopefully that'll, and maybe when I get making, I'm thinking about making a rear bumper for the truck. I just can't find an aftermarket that I want to pay for. They're all way too expensive for that truck. I'm not saying they're bad quality. It's just more than what I want to pay. And thinking about a couple other little projects and stuff, and just having nice clean cuts. You know, having good mitered cuts that just need to be cleaned up and prepped for welding. Having good straight cuts that just need to be cleaned up and prepped for welding will go a lot farther than having near cuts that have to have a lot of finishing work in them and then welded. But I will get the camera off the stand. Having a lot of camera trouble today, so I don't know what's up. The camera off the stand, show you what I'm talking about, and then probably set my other camera up and do bulk footage. Just what I'm trying to do. So, yeah, you can see I kind of got, just roughly for now so that I can take video and pictures. But center lines will come together. These guys will keep everything spaced. And what I'll do is I'll clamp the long bars to the table so that they, at the appropriate distance and everything, so they don't move. And then I'll use my big magnets. Obviously, it won't be in this gap. But I'll use my big magnets to hold everything where it needs to be. I'll drop my tacks on it. I'll measure out, because I haven't done that yet. I haven't measured out where the middle bar is. Measure out for the middle bars, put those in, rinse and repeat for the other set or the other one. And then I will cut some long pieces and just lay them across. And then I can do all my lines, so I know where things got to be cut and shaped, and just do all that freehand until they're done and prepped. And then I'll shuffle everything around so that I can actually get them on this little table and weld them all up. Once they're welded all up, I can take them out to the truck, set them up with jack stands, get the height adjusted, do what I need to do for the brackets there, because I still haven't laid out the mounting brackets yet. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do. I'm probably just going to do simple triangulated 90 degree, make a basic 90 degree and then triangulate it so that it's got some strength in it. And it'll probably just be a couple offcuts of this 1/8" tubing and just kind of weld it up straight up and down. So that's what I'm thinking right now, and we'll see how it goes from there. I will try to fix my inability to do my, for those that don't know, that's my tripod. And it's not working today. It wants to be really sad. But yeah, I'll see if I can fix that. I'll get this going, and we'll move on from there. Okay, pro tip. Um, I am not a great welder, but I'm usually better than this. And if you have a little helper running around the shop like I often do, and he likes to tinker and he likes to play with stuff, don't assume that your gas bottle hasn't been messed with. He didn't open the actual bottle, but he adjusted my regulator down so I had absolutely zero gas flow. And I'm trying to make the tacks, and it's like, what in the heck is going on here? And yeah, I got no gas, or had no gas flow. So hopefully the rest of them will come out much nicer than that. I'm not a great welder by any means. I don't, but that's worse than my normal standard. That's horrible. But yeah, just check your equipment before you go when you have a small helper in the shop. All right, so here's what I got. Nothing fancy about the shape, pretty basic, just, overlaid, raised point, 3/4 expanded on a framework. My welds aren't great. I'm a grinder, not a welder. But I did run into some problems, most of which are self-inflicted more than likely. At one point, I got, you can kind of see like that, and that. And I went through and actually welded one up because I wasn't paying attention to the machine like I should have. Wasn't really listening to my welds. And instead of stopping periodically and checking, I had run out of gas and was having bad welds. And as I was welding, I knew something was up. Like, it just didn't quite feel right, didn't quite sound right, but it wasn't super bad. I wasn't getting fought with like wire speed or blowout or anything like that. And just chalked it up to, okay, maybe I didn't prep the steel, but good enough. There's mill scale on it. I ground on most all the rust, but just yada yada. Figured I was being lazy and doing it. And I get done, and I got no gas in the bottle, so it was welding terribly. And that's just stupid. Don't be like that. Now I got to get them. Got to get the chassis stuff made. The chassis stuff. I got to get the actual mounting brackets made up and laid out. Figured out how I'm going to do those. I've got a pretty good stack of random. I saw 14 gauge, and I should be able to make 4 brackets out of that. Like I say, I still got more tubing. I left that piece down just in case I need to. Just in case I need to use it. Oh, got another piece. So yeah, we should be pretty good on that. New spool of wire. Having a little bit of a feed issue with the new spool of wire, but I'm getting ready to work on that. And so yeah, we will pick these videos up once I get some more brackets made.